Good day, viewers. Welcome once again to another edition of ISIC Mathematics Online. So today we want to discuss another method of solving quadratic equation. We have discussed how to use factorization method and completing the square method. Today we want to discuss how we can use quadratic formula to solve a quadratic equation. But before we discuss how to use a quadratic formula, we want to derive that quadratic formula using all the steps we have used in completing the square method. So let's get it started. The standard form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. As discussed in my last video, to use completing the square method to solve a quadratic equation, the first step is to divide through by the coefficient of x squared. So what is the coefficient of x squared here? A. So we want to divide through by a. And let's do that. Ax squared divided by a plus bx divided by a plus c divided by a is equal to 0 divided by a. A cancels a, so we are left with x squared. Then plus bx over a plus c over a is equal to 0 divided by a is just 0. Then the next step is to collect like terms. So let x squared and x stay together. Then c over a should come and meet 0 here. Then this equation becomes x squared plus bx over a is equal to 0 minus c over a. So if c over a should come to this side, the sign will change from plus to minus. Then this is the same thing as x squared plus b over ax is equal to 0 minus c over a is still minus c over a. It says 0 minus 2, the answer is still minus 2. 0 minus 5, the answer is minus 5. So 0 minus c over a is minus c over a. Then the next step is to add to both sides. What is it? The square of half of the coefficient of x. The square of half of the coefficient of x. Now, what is the coefficient of x? B over a. Then half of it is 1 over 2 times b over a. Then the square raised to power 2. Then this is equal to 1 times b, that is b, all over 2 times a, that is 2a, raised to power 2. So if we add this expression to this expression, then definitely it will become a perfect square. And that is our aim, to get a perfect square here, so that we'll be able to say take the square root of both sides to get the value of x. So now let's do the addition. As I said the other time, whatever you do to a quantity, you must do it to the other quantity. So you have to add it to this side as well. So x squared plus b over ax plus b over 2a all squared is equal to minus c over a plus b over 2a all squared. So this is a perfect square. Then how do we write it as a perfect square? The x, then we turn to this bracket, the sign here is plus. So plus b all over 2a whole square. So if we expand this bracket, we are getting So let's continue. This is minus c over a plus b raised to power 2, that is b squared, all over 2a raised to power 2 means 2a times 2a. So 2 times 2, 4. A times a squared. Then these are fractions. We need to find the LCM. The LCM of a and 4a squared is 4a squared. Now, as usual, we want to use the LCM to divide each of the denominators. Then in each case, we are going to multiply by the numerator. 4a squared divided by a. 4a squared, that's 4 times a divided by a. A will cancel one a here, then we will be left with 4a. So 4a times minus 6 times minus c, rather, that is minus 4ac. Then also plus 4a squared divided by 4a squared, that is 1. Then 1 times b squared, that is equal to b squared. Then this becomes x plus b over 2a all squared is equal to minus 4ac plus b squared all over 4a squared. Then this is equal to x plus b over 2a all squared. Now we want to rewrite this expression. We want this plus to come first. So this can be rewritten as b squared minus 4ac. Just like, say, minus 2 plus 3. We can rewrite it as 3 minus 2. So that's what we have done here. So b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. Then the next step is to remove this square. How do we remove this square? Take the square root of both sides. Take the square root of both sides. Now if we do that, the square here will be removed, then we will be left with x plus b all over 2a is equal to plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. As explained earlier, plus or minus here indicates that square root of a number can either be positive or negative. So let's proceed. So x plus b over 2a is equal to plus or minus. Now the square root of b squared minus 4ac cannot be found. So we still rewrite it as square root of b squared minus 4ac. But we can find the square root of 4a squared. Yes. Right over. What is the square root of 4? The square root of 4 is 2. Then what is the square root of a squared? The square root of a squared is a. Because a times a will give us a squared. Now this becomes x is equal to, since it is x you want to calculate, this b over 2a will be transferred to the other side. And this becomes plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. If b over 2a should be transferred to this side, the sign will change to minus b over 2a. Then we can as well rewrite this as x is equal to minus b over 2a. Then this one will be written here plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Just as I explained the other time that minus 2 plus 3 can be written as 3 minus 2. That's what you have done here too. Minus b over 2a plus or minus b, still the same thing as plus or minus this minus b over 2a. So from here, we can find the LCM to be 2a. So x is equal to 2a divided by 2a, that is 1. So 1 times minus b, that gives us minus b. Then plus or minus 2a divided by 2a, that is 1. 1 times root b square minus 4ac is still root b square minus 4ac. So therefore, x is equal to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac all over 2a. This is exactly what you call quadratic formula that so many people tag almighty formula. So it is as simple as this to derive. So in my next video, we are going to discuss how we can use this quadratic formula to solve quadratic equation. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, to like my Facebook page, comment, share, and watch. Thank you.